You wake up, you check your bank account, you see $50,000 sitting there, and you feel safe, right? You feel like you've done something right. Pause. You've been lied to. That $50,000? 5 years ago, that bought you a brand new truck. Today, maybe a used sedan, and a promise that things will get better. Your money didn't get stolen in one night. It got melted, slowly, quietly, while you were working, while you were sleeping, while you were trusting the system to take care of you. They printed trillions of dollars out of thin air, and every single one of those new dollars made your dollars worth less. Now, here's what they won't tell you on CNBC. Here's what your financial advisor, who makes money when you get nervous and trade, will never say out loud. Cash is not safety. Cash is a melting ice cube, and if you keep holding it like it's gold, you're going to wake up one day with nothing but regret. So today, I'm going to give you 7 things that are better than cash. 7 real assets that hold value when paper money turns to dust. Pay attention, because this might be the most important video you watch all year. Let me take you back to 1971. Richard Nixon did something that changed everything. He took the United States off the gold standard. That means your money is no longer backed by anything real. It's backed by trust. And trust? Trust can be printed away. Since that day, the US dollar has lost over 96% of its purchasing power. Think about that. A dollar in 1971 was worth $1. Today, that same dollar buys you what 4 cents bought you back then. Your grandparents bought a house for $20,000. That same house today, $400,000. Did the house get 20 times better? No. The dollar got 20 times worse. This isn't a conspiracy, this is math. This is what happens when you print money faster than you produce value. And right now, they're printing faster than ever. So here's the question you need to ask yourself. Are you going to keep holding the thing that's melting, or are you going to trade it for things that actually hold value? Number 1. Productive land. Not a parking lot, not a plot in the desert. Fertile, working land. The kind that grows food. Because here's what history teaches us. When the currency collapses, and every currency in history eventually collapses, the people who survive aren't the ones with the biggest bank accounts. They're the ones with food. Germany in the 1920s, Argentina in the 2000s, Venezuela in the 2010s. What kept families alive? Not cash. Cash became wallpaper. Literally, people papered their walls with it because it was worth less than the paper itself. What saved them? Land that produced food. Now look at America, the Midwest, Iowa, Illinois, Nebraska. Some of the most fertile land on the planet. And that land? It's nearly tripled in value over the last 20 years. While your savings account paid you nothing, farmland paid you appreciation plus what it grows. You don't need 500 acres, start small. Look into farmland investment platforms, or if you have a backyard, grow something. Every tomato you grow is a tomato you don't have to buy with inflated dollars. Cash grows nothing. Land grows everything. Number 2. Gold. Now before you roll your eyes, hear me out. Gold is not an investment. Say that with me. Gold is not an investment. Investments pay you dividends. Investments have earnings reports. Investments can go to zero. Gold is insurance. A Roman soldier was paid in gold. 1 ounce bought him a quality tunic, a belt, and sandals. An ounce of gold today still buys you a quality suit. 2,000 years. 2,000 years of maintaining purchasing power. Do you know any currency that's lasted 2,000 years? The dollar is barely 250 years old, and it's already lost 96% of its value. Gold doesn't get more valuable, the dollar gets weaker. In 1971, gold was $35 an ounce. Today, over $2,000. That's not gold going up, that's the dollar going down. Keep 5 to 15% of your portfolio in gold, not for growth, for survival. Because when everything else goes wrong, gold is the one asset that has never gone to zero in 5,000 years of recorded history. Number 3. An essential goods business. Think about the pandemic. Remember 2020? Gyms closed, restaurants closed, retail stores closed. But did the grocery store close? No. Did the gas station close? No. Did the pharmacy close? Absolutely not. There's a category of business that operates almost entirely outside the economy. Things people cannot stop buying: food, fuel, medicine, household essentials. In a recession, people stop buying Teslas. They don't stop buying bread. They stop vacationing in Europe. They don't stop buying insulin. Warren Buffett understood this. That's why he owns Dairy Queen, See's Candies, insurance companies. Not flashy, necessary. You don't need to open a grocery store chain. Look at small essential businesses in your area: a laundromat, a car wash, a vending machine route. Not glamorous, that's the point. Nobody's competing with you for these. Ask yourself one question before any business investment. Would people still buy this if the economy dropped 30%? If yes, you're looking at an essential goods business. If no, it's a luxury, and luxuries die first. Number 4. Foreign currency. Now this sounds strange to most Americans because for your whole life the US dollar has been king, the reserve currency, the safe haven. But things are changing. The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, are building systems to trade without the dollar. Central banks around the world are buying gold at the highest rate in 50 years, and they're reducing their US Treasury holdings. Does this mean the dollar collapses tomorrow? No. But does it mean having all your wealth in one currency is a risk? Absolutely. You don't need to become a Forex trader, just diversify. The Swiss franc has been stable for centuries. The Singapore dollar is backed by one of the most disciplined governments on earth. You can open foreign currency accounts or buy currency ETFs. Don't put all your eggs in one country's basket, because no currency is immune to mismanagement. Number 5. Real estate. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. The market's insane. Interest rates are brutal. I can't afford anything. I hear you. But here's what you need to understand. Real estate is not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. Look at 2008. Housing crashed. People lost homes. It was a disaster. But the people who held through the crash, they were worth more by 2015 than they were before. The people who got crushed, the ones forced to sell at the bottom. Real estate has 3 things cash will never have. 1, it produces income. A rental property pays you every month. Cash pays you nothing. 2, it gives you leverage. You control a $300,000 asset with $60,000 down. Try doing that with stocks. 3, it hedges inflation. When inflation rises, rents rise. Your mortgage stays the same. That fixed payment gets cheaper every year while everything else gets more expensive. If buying a home feels out of reach, look at REITs, real estate investment trusts. You can buy them like stocks. Or consider house hacking. Buy a duplex, live in one unit, rent the other. Your tenant pays your mortgage. You live for free. That's how ordinary people build wealth. Number 6. Essential skills. Now we're talking about something nobody can take from you. Everything we've discussed so far, land, gold, businesses, currencies, real estate, can be taken. Governments have confiscated gold. Banks can freeze accounts. Foreclosure can take your house. But what's inside your head? What your hands know how to do? That's yours forever. Right now, there's a massive shortage of skilled tradespeople in America. Plumbers making $60,000 to $120,000 a year. Electricians, HVAC techs, welders, mechanics. 6-figure careers that don't require $150,000 in student loan debt. Meanwhile, we have an entire generation drowning in debt for degrees that didn't come with a job guarantee. But here's the bigger point. In a crisis, what's more valuable, a banker or a plumber? During the Great Depression, you couldn't cash your bank check. Banks failed. But if your pipes burst, you needed someone who could fix them, and that person could trade their skill for anything. A skill that produces value can never be devalued. If you have a trade skill, you're sitting on gold. Market yourself, raise your rates. If you don't, look at your local community college, welding, HVAC, electrical, plumbing. These are careers that cannot be outsourced and cannot be automated. And here's the bonus, the seventh asset, the one nobody talks about in finance books: community. The Dust Bowl, the oil crisis, Hurricane Katrina, the pandemic lockdowns. Who survived? The people who had people. The people who could trade skills with a neighbor, who knew the guy down the street with the generator, who had a community that shared resources when the system wasn't working. Cash can fail. Networks don't. Your relationships are an asset class that isn't tracked by any brokerage, and they matter more than you think.
If this video gave you value, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. We're building something here, a community of people who think differently about wealth, who aren't waiting for permission, who are taking control. I'll see you in the next one.